to a startling statistic. Australians are wasting nearly $4 billion on unused subscription services. Is this you? Matt and I have just agreed it's us. 3 in 5 of us are paying for online services that we signed up for but no longer use or have simply just forgotten about.
There are just so many people, I imagine, nodding right now. The figures compiled by Rest Super show that on average we are throwing away $480 a year. So this morning we're getting the tips on trying to keep tabs on that spending and I guess precisely how to stop paying for what you're simply not using. Sabine Leroy from finder.com.au joins us this morning. Sabine, good morning. Thank you very much. This is an important chat. The latest research found Australians hold 56.7 million subscriptions, an average of about 3 per person. That costs us, this is a staggering figure, $40 a month. What on earth are we spending that on? That's a lot of money for Australians who might be doing it tough and throwing away $40 a month.
Yeah, definitely. Research shows that Netflix is the most popular, which is probably not surprising. 37% of us have Netflix. Next in line was Foxtel Now with 12%. Then our homegrown Stan, 9% of us have Stan. 7% of us are double dipping. We have Stan and Netflix. So for the TV and movie buffs out there, they know that Netflix might not give them all the shows they like, so they need to subscribe to a second one to get all their fixes.
Apple TV too, I throw in money too. So you can have all three and it hits you all of a sudden, you're paying a fortune.
I think that, I mean, as we've said, you can forget about it, but the reason why so many people are paying for these subscriptions that they don't use, I imagine, is even if you look on your bank statement, sometimes they're very vague. You don't know what something's for, and then you have to go and do a bit more research and Google who it is, and you know, often that can get lost in the process.
Yeah, they can be very vague. They can come from a different country, so they can come from a European country, and so you don't know what it is, but you can Google it and see what it comes up with. That way you know exactly what you're spending it on, and you can assess whether, you know, if you're not using the subscription, then cancel it. You know, it is sometimes just $20 a month, but it all adds up, and if you're not using it, then it's a complete waste.
I'll tell you what, they do it well. I think they bluff us into it, but we fall for it every time. There's these free trial periods. I'm a sucker for it, because they know if you're not a particularly organised human, you'll sign up, you'll think, righto, I know what I'll do, I'll cancel it, and you never do. And the next thing you know, they got you.
Absolutely. So what I like to do with that is that you sign up for the free trial. That's great. Try it out, but set yourself a calendar reminder for when it's going to end. That way, you know, when you know it's approaching, you can assess whether you want to keep it on or whether you don't, and that way you can cancel it and avoid getting charged the month-on-month fee. You know, Game of Thrones was a huge series recently, and Foxtel Now offered a free trial period, and then you paid the month. I can guarantee you there are still people paying for it now, and they might not be using that Foxtel Now subscription.
Just quickly, the other tips that you had were around music, and you can actually put lots of family members on the one.
That's right. So with Spotify, you can use Spotify free. I'm one of those people. You do get a lot of ads. Or you can get Spotify Family, which is up to 6 family members for $17.99. So even if you're just a couple, it's $11.99 per person. So if you're a couple, $17.99 is a little saving there that you can make.
Fantastic. And the other one is gym memberships to also be aware of. I know that my last gym membership cost me about $800 a visit. Thank you so much.